Hello, I'm Honorable Don Rogers Kirochi, and as we are all aware, 27th, which is tomorrow, it's a Katiba Day here in our country, Kenya. We will be commemorating or we will be celebrating the achievement so far which we have achieved as a country since the 2010 Constitution came to place. As we are all aware, the late President Mwai Kibaki came up with a new constitution which we are using currently. I want to take you through of what we have achieved and what we are yet to achieve, and what our country Kenya has gained since this new constitution was promulgated. First of all, is devolution. Remember, in our old constitution, we didn't have anything to do with the devolution, but with the new constitution, we have devolution, whereby we have 47 counties, and these counties have enabled citizens of Kenya to get services closer to them. 47 counties means we have 47 governments across the country, and each government is run independently without being interfered by the national government as per the 2010 Constitution. So far, in each county, there's a devolution of like infrastructure. You remember in the old constitution, we used to depend on the national government to do all the projects in terms of infrastructure, in terms of social amenities and such like things. But with the new constitution, we are now able to get our services closer to the people. Like now we have things like Huduma centers, which are scattered across the country, whereby you can get all the services which you could get in national level at your county level and even sub-county level. So 2010 Constitution, for that one, is an achievement which we have achieved so far. And with this, there's what we call allocations. That is financial allocations. Each county is allocated the amount of money which is going to spend in developments in that counties. And so far, by doing that, we have also created, or the Constitution has created, employment to so many people, because each county has so many systems working around there, and those systems are creating employment to many people. And so far, so many people have got employment in similar regard. And also, there's what we call judicial independence and reforms. We know that nowadays judiciary is very independent, unlike the old constitution, whereby cases will be influenced by people above, or what we call orders coming from above. But now, with the 2010 Constitution, the judiciary has been enabled to carry on its mandate without being interfered with by anybody from outside. Remember, each citizen has been given power to petition any government decision. For example, if the government has passed a law which does not resonate well with the people, anybody, as long as you are a Kenyan and you are a voter in Kenya, you can go to any court and file a petition and challenge some of the bills which the government passed. So by getting 2010 Constitution, it has enabled us to do that. There's confidence restored. Public confidence in the judiciary rose from 27% in 2009 to 61% in 2013, meaning that, there's what we call confidence in the judiciary. If you have confidence in your judiciary, it is very easy for you even to accept the verdict of the court. So since we got new constitution, the confidence of judiciary has raised from 27% to 61%. That is between 2009 and 2013. That's around a period of like 3 years since we got the new constitution. That is a tremendous effort, and that is a very good plus. It's a plus for all Kenyans as far as that one is concerned. And then there's what we call vetting and expansion. We are still in judiciary. Each individual appointed to the judiciary or to any senior government office must be vetted. That one, we didn't have it in the old constitution. But in the new constitution, anybody appointed to the government institution, be it a cabinet secretary, be it a chief justice, a judge, or whoever, they have to undergo vetting. By vetting, even the wananchi are allowed to participate. If this person maybe is not fit to hold that office, you are allowed to say so, and that person can be denied the opportunity. And then there is what we call legal and institutional framework. The Kenyan Law Reform Commission, which with input from stakeholders, spearhead a wave of foundation of law. So we have undergone law reforms and such a thing. With the new constitution, women have been given more power to access offices. Remember, we have 47 counties, and each county has a women representative representing the interest of women in the National Assembly. That one is one of the way which was put in place to achieve the with the 1/3 gender rule as per the constitution. So the new constitution has given women power to go to parliament and represent the fellow women. This one we did not have it in the old constitution because women were not given equal opportunity as men in the old constitution. But in the new constitution, we can see that women are given more opportunities. Apart from women reps, we have other special seats like nominations, whereby you can nominate a person to represent a certain group, either marginalized group or youth, people living with disability, or even the youth. And environmental commitment. As far as the new constitution is concerned, we have achieved, as far as the new constitution is concerned, we have achieved a lot as far as environmental commitment is concerned. 3 cover mandate, whereby the constitution requires that at least 10% of the land be forested. Kenya meets this target in 2022, setting the new vision of 30% by 2050. This means that we are now, our land, Kenya, 10% of our land should be covered by trees. What are some of the importance of these trees? Is to make sure that the environment is clean, to make sure that there is enough water. That is why we witnessed people being evicted from Mao Forest to enable the water catchment areas not to dry up. Remember, if the government could have allowed people to continue staying in Mao Forest, by now, I'm very sure most parts of this country should not be having clean water. What are some of the things which have not been fulfilled as far as 2010 Constitution is concerned? Implementation gaps in devolution. So when we talk about devolution, as far as we have achieved a lot in terms of devolution, there is a lot of loopholes in achieving that. Number one, corruption. We have experienced so many corruption in counties. Money is being squandered. Tenders are being issued in an improper way, whereby you find a governor is giving tender to his children, to his relative, to people who helped him campaign, and some of those people are not qualified to carry on or to execute those tenders. And this means one thing: when you are given an opportunity like that by the governor, it's like he's paying you for the good work you did for him or her during the campaign. And most of the people given that opportunity are unqualified. And the tender processes are being given out in a corrupt way. That one has made devolution not to achieve the intended purpose. And then we have what we call electoral credibility. The IEBC has faced repeated criticism over credibility issues, including in recent elections. Remember, as far as we have new constitution, IEBC has been pointed out as a body which is not independent as it is supposed to be as far as the constitution is concerned. We have seen vote rigging. We have seen voter suppression. And we have seen people being elected through dubious means. Even the nominations, people get nominated, but they don't meet the threshold to be nominated. Even if you go back to 2017, the election of President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was nullified because the electoral body did not follow the law when they were carrying out those elections. There was no transparency as far as election is concerned. Number two, there's what we call judicial and police reforms, mixed results. Um, the judiciary still grapples with case backlogs and staffing and inadequate funding, delaying justice delivery. As much as judiciary is devolved, we have seen in many occasions whereby some places they don't have enough judges, so you have like a lot of workload is there, and some cases take too long to be decided or the verdict to be given. So this one is one of the challenges which has not been achieved, or these are one of the challenges we are undergoing. Even though we have a new constitution, it has not been fully implemented as far as the constitution as far as the constitution requires. Number three, we have what we call gender equality, the two-thirds bill. As far as we are concerned, even though we have 47 women across the country, that's from 47 counties, the two-third gender rule has not been achieved so far, and it seems like the government is unable to achieve that. Look at it from 2010, since we formed this constitution, or since we got a new constitution, the two-third gender rule has not been achieved. I remember the retired Chief Justice David Maraga. There's a time he was suggesting that we should dissolve Parliament because it does not meet the two-third gender rule, which is actually true, and the Chief Justice was correct, because if we don't achieve that, we are not supposed to have Parliament. So those are some of the pros and cons of the new constitution, and if maybe I've forgotten anyone, you can also write it in the comment section below. Thank you very much. I am Don Rogers Kirochi.